What's up, you guys? I gotta share something with you. I'm really excited you clicked on this video because I don't like other people living in victim and like, I can't do this and like, it just doesn't help the world. We don't need any of that. So I gotta share with you some things. Starting with the question, what makes you so, what makes you so special that your dream can't come true? Do you have a good answer for that? I'm sorry, I know you're special, but I don't see why Shawn Johnson's dreams can come true. I don't see why Katie Couric's dreams can come true. I don't see why J.K. Rowling, why, it doesn't make sense. First point, I'm going to tell you 3 points today. The first point I'm going to talk to you about is the perspective that we're all humans, born. We're all just babies that are born, and we get something we're excited about, and we get a dream, and we get a passion, and we get an idea, and we get inspiration. Heart, soul, mind, body. We all got it. Now, fill in the blank. Who are some people you respect and admire, whether they're in your field or not? It can be an athlete because of their determination. It can be an artist, a writer, an inventor, a business owner. Someone who's doing what you want to be doing. Like, who would you like to trade your life with for like a day? Just be like, that's what I want to try. I want to do that. Like, that person to you, the kind of, like, it can be a few people. Those people did one thing that you have the very right to do. Those people decided they were gonna try to do it. Okay, listen, they didn't have any guarantee. They didn't, like Sutton Foster, she did not have a guarantee. She did not say, like, nobody said, you will, without a doubt, not fail. Nobody told her that. Nobody told, and maybe you're like, yeah, but she was bound to make it. She was already this good. If you are saying that, if you're using the excuse, my papers, if you're using the excuse that somebody was further along at a younger age than when you are now, that's crap. You wanna know why? Because nobody has your energy, nobody has your perspective, nobody has your idea, nobody has the plot that came into your mind, nobody has your twist, nobody has your sound. You're not even competing for the same thing anyway, okay? Now listen, like, nobody made Daniel Radcliffe go to auditions. Nobody made him work hard. Nobody made LeBron James work as hard as he did when he went to practices. First of all, he went on his own. Then the level of grit that he would do there, or, you know, whoever it is that you are looking up to, nobody made them. They just said, like, I want to be here, so I'm going to do this. So I want you to see that you have the exact same ability, exact same permission to just be like, you have permission to go full in. And if you have people in your life being like, oh, aren't you working a little too hard at that? Are you working too, then just say to yourself, I don't know. Did Celine Dion work too hard? Like, where do you want to be? So we have a lot of honesty to do. We have to be honest about how bad we want something, about what we want, and then be honest about how it would feel to not have it. Which brings me to my second point, the pain. I'm talking about pain and sacrifice. It's not avoidable, but why then, if it's not avoidable in life, why should you choose the pain of following your dream? Because, you know, you can get a flat tire if you're following your dream or if you're not following your dream. You can get broken up with if you're following your dream or if you're not following your dream. So why should you choose the pain that comes with following your dream? In following your dream, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of criticism, there's a lot of rejection. I would say those are like two of the main pains. So when you're going through the ringer, when you're in the arena and you keep on getting like, no, nope, you're not good enough, nope, you're not right, you're not good enough, reject, nope, rewrite it, revise it, keep working harder, come back in a year, that's a pain that is there. I'm not telling you that's not there, because it is there. And I cry a lot in that. Like, it sucks. It sucks. But there's a pain that I hate worse, and this is why I choose this pain. There's a pain, I'll tell you an example. When I saw the movie The Greatest Showman, you know the opening number? Hugh Jackman, when he was like, whoa, with his cane, and he was being all cool, and the music was like, dun, dun, dun. So I was sitting there in my recliner, and then the movie started, and by the end of the first song, I was like on the edge of my seat, and I was like, I was loving it, but I felt this feeling of like, I was so upset, and I was like, how did they not invite me to do this? I'm being 1000% serious. I was like, why am I not in that? Why didn't I not help choreograph it? What is going on? Like, I hated that feeling so bad. Oh, I hated it so bad. So any pain that comes with like rejection, or in a dance class of like doing more than I want to do, doing more jumps, running longer than I want to run, any pain, physical pain, voice lessons, songwriting coach being like, no, your lyrics suck, all of that stuff, I'm choosing that over the pain of being like, wow, I have potential to do something like that, and I didn't even do anything with it. I was given a gift and I didn't do anything with it. So it's choosing your pain. So why should you choose the other pain? First of all, I honestly think they both suck, but I can't live with the other one. I can't live with it. So when I'm trying, then I can't really get mad that I didn't try. Second of all, progress is what brings happiness, not the goal anyway. I'm so well aware of that, and I'm sure you're well aware of that too. It's like, running the marathon isn't really what makes you happy. You're happy that you freaking followed your training plan. That is the amazingness. Third point, comfort zone versus I'm happy. I'm comfortable and familiar, I'm happy. Not the same thing. Actually, people mix that up a lot, and that's why people don't make the next move a lot, because if you have to move states and you don't know anybody, and it starts to feel like, oh, wow, I don't know if I'd like anyone. No. And then you're like, oh, that feeling, that's not right. I'm going to trust my intuition and be like, no, that's not right. No, that's not comfortable. That's not comfortable. It's not familiar. Guys, people choose misery all the time because it's familiar in their body. The emotional chemical response of misery or victim mode or complaining. Like, do you ever see a person and they're just the person you complain to, and you're like, why am I complaining? But that person you always complain to, and so your mind is like, oh, complain, feelings, generate, misery, depressed, whatever. It's familiar, and you would rather do something familiar because being happy and forgiving is more unfamiliar. So we got to start to change the state. First of all, understand that there's a difference of being familiar and happy, and be honest that what you want would make you happy, and you have to say you're allowed to be that happy, that you're allowed to have that life that you think is possible, because it is, or you wouldn't have that blissful idea. You've got to follow it. And let me tell you, why can you not go all in? Why can you not just give it your all and just see what happens? You already know what happens when you kind of sort of try, so why don't you see what happens if you are just change it? Your identity around other people may cause problems. They may be like, whoa, like, why are you all of a sudden so busy with your stuff? I thought we were doing something. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna get right here. I have a gift, I have a talent I was given, and I'm gonna do something with it. So that's what I'm doing. And they're gonna be like, whoa, and then you like aren't gonna fit in. That's how it's always been. And finishing with this quote: if for a while the harder you try, the harder it has been, the harder it gets, take heart, for so it has been for people for all of time. Something like that. I'll post that quote below I'll post that quote. Anyway, remember, you have the right to go 120% full out. You have the right to achieve. You have the right to try. You have the right to explore, and you have the right to change your mind. You have the right to make a new decision today. You do not have to wait till Monday. You do not need anyone else to tell you how many classes you're allowed to take or who you're allowed to work with. You're allowed to work with whoever you want to work with, whoever you can make it happen. You're allowed to find a way. You're allowed to get an extra job to be able to pay for what you want to pay for. You're allowed to. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. The only person you should be asking is God and your heart. How does God feel about it? Other people got their own things to work on. They don't have to live with regret that you have. They're not gonna be 90 being like, why didn't I do something? They're not gonna do that, but you are. So why don't you make a change and not let that situation happen?